been a while that I have been craving some real soul-satisfying grilled cheese sandwich, and while at times when the craving is too sharp and pronounced, all you need to do is just take some sliced cheese, slap it in between two slices of bread, and your grilled sandwich ready. But when you want to make it a stylish meal, all you need to do is rummage into your cheese stash in the fridge, pick 2 or 3, style it up with some onion jam, and have a decadent cheese sandwich, bursting with flavor and more importantly, oozing. In the heat of the summer, you pair this gourmet sandwich with a cool cucumber and green apple drink or summer cooler, and you have a perfect workday lunch to enjoy. Let's get into my refrigerator and check out my cheese stash now. With my nutcrackers down over here ready to play, it's time now to just pick any cheese that you have. A great natural English cheddar and a scamosa work really well into creating this gourmet sandwich. While we settle the cheese on the side, it's time now to create the cucumber cooler because you want it to marinate and macerate, more importantly, before just passing it through the juicer. So out here I've got 500 grams of English cucumbers that I've just cut into large shards. With that, I've got half a kg of green apples that I'm going to cut as well. Just cut them into pieces and allow them to work their magic together. Just cube the entire green apples so that they are exposed more and they can macerate with each other really well. And while they are a little tart, you're going to balance it out with some sweet wine vinegar. I use a great muscatel vinegar which really balances out all the flavor, and slight sprigs of dill just to give it that burst of summery goodness. The green apples going into this and ensuring that they are both the same weights give it quite a unique flavor profile. We are going to season this with some Himalayan pink salt just to balance out the neutrality of this entire creation, and a slather or a large splash of this gorgeous muscatel sweet wine vinegar just to balance things out. A quick toss, and not too much dill because dill is very sharp, so just about a teaspoon and a half of dill goes into this, and all we're going to do is give this a generous tossing. This you chill for anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour. Pass it through your fruit juicer or vegetable juicer, strain it, and your summer cooler is ready. Keep it chilled because that's the best way to enjoy this. So while this goes into the refrigerator, let's get to creating that gorgeous onion jam. Into a cast iron goes nearly 30 grams of salted yellow butter. And with that, you add a few cloves of garlic, so nearly 6 cloves of garlic finely minced into that. Just allow it to infuse, and even if your salted butter browns slightly, it's perfect for that gorgeous onion jam. But I want some heat, and that comes in with nearly 8 chipotle peppers, allowing them to saute with each other. While the chipotle peppers and the garlic saute, and the best way to know that you're on the right track is when you get that burst of heat right stuck in your throat. So a good saute, and finally in goes 4 red onions, finely minced. Just allow everything to soften and create a slushy goodness, but at the same time get that gorgeous pink color. At this stage, salt really works to give it that gorgeous brown color. So a fine sprinkle of some iodized salt goes on top. And along with this, you need to add some sugar because this is an onion jam, but not too much. So nearly 2 tablespoons of sugar going on top as well, just to sweeten and balance the flavor in this entire pan of creation. A quick stir and just allow everything to cook in perfect unison. Upon adding the sugar, you will find a lot of liquid right into the pan. Do not be alarmed, because this method allows you to add limited sugar but at the same time give you that feel of onion jam. And because of the heat that chipotle brings, it's not too overly sweet. This is nearly ready. While it's got that sticky texture and it's come together really well, it's time to switch off the flame and allow this to cool. And in the meantime, this goes bang into that glorious gourmet sandwich of mine. With the onion jam ready and the cucumber and green apple cooler chilling in the refrigerator, now comes the fun part of creating the sandwich. I've just sliced my scamosa cheese and my English cheddar, but I'm going to add another cheese, that's cream cheese, and there's no grilled cheese sandwich without that oozy goodness that cream cheese brings. So on a slice, we are going to first slather some cream cheese, a generous large chunk of it or a dollop, and just marble it well on the bread right to the end. This actually satiates that hunger of a grilled cheese sandwich, and when you're going all out, you might as well just be as absurd as possible and go overboard out here. With this well slathered, it's now time to add a quick dollop of my semi-warm chipotle onion jam. Not too much, you just want it to break the cheese tartness and give it that gourmet feel. So slather this really well on all corners. And now comes the fun part of just stacking some English cheddar slices and stacking some scamosa. So lovely slices of them going in. And because it's me and I'm cheese obsessed, 2 more. Scamosa gives it that smoky feel that's also required when indulging in a cheese sandwich. All this well stashed, you take the next layer and put it on top. Now technically you can dip this in an egg and milk mixture just so that everything holds its way through and through, or I'm too lazy, so I'm just going to grill it into my pan just like this. Into a non-stick, in goes a small knob of butter, and just dunk this on top and allow it to grill. Press it down so that the heat transcends really well. I'm going a little overboard with smaller knobs of butter on the side. 2 minutes of grilling on one side. It's time to lift it up and gently cross it over. Smash it down so that the cheese melts and the crust really comes together perfectly well. While this has grilled perfectly well, it's time to get to creating the second sandwich. I'm just going to allow this to rest on the side. Into the pan goes a small knob of butter, and in goes sandwich number 2. Press it down and allow it to grill for another 2 minutes. 2 minutes of grilling, it's time to flip this gorgeous baby, and I'm just going to add a little bit of salted butter to grill to perfection. Small knobs of it on the side, just so that they go in and give it that burst of flavor. The beauty of a grilled cheese sandwich is actually in that melted, molten lava of cheese right in the center. And never ever cut a grilled cheese sandwich, because the bearer of the sandwich needs to enjoy that sheer indulgence of going into that molten lava. I hope you enjoyed creating quite a gourmet twist to a cheese sandwich. The onion jam spiced with the chipotle peppers just elevate it but balance out that cheesy gooeyness in the center. Pairing this starry wonder along with that cucumber and green apple with slight specks of dill summer cooler is such a refreshing twist to that cheesy wonder. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button, and as I always say, don't forget to subscribe.